I have said many, many times, and I will keep on saying, that this Batman logo means so much to me because it takes me right back to the age when I'm 4 or 5, and I have no care in the world. My only concern in the world is, when do I get another Batman comic? And currently I have a project, a task that I've given myself to collect every issue of Batman that had this logo on it. It starts in issue 170 and it ends at 210. I keep getting that number wrong, but it's around about the 210s. And it's underway, and that is my mission at the moment, to do a full run. This is 188, and yeah, every time, every month, the colour of the Bat logo and the lettering would change. And as I say, this is massively impactful for me to see this, all right? And it's just a joy to behold, even when the stories that this is at the top of don't quite cut the mustard. And this is the case with this story here, right? The eraser who tried to rub out Batman, where the supervillain is a man dressed as a pencil with an eraser or a rubber for our UK watchers at the top of his head. Okay, a barkingly mad story, a barkingly mad villain, barkingly mad story. Okay, and I intended to be featuring this on my new Batman YouTube channel, which is devoted to everything Batman. I think I've mentioned this already here. Eventually I was going to get around to reviewing this for that channel, just have a flick through it. And that was going to be somewhere down the line because there are many, many other stories to feature, all right? But my hand has been tipped because, being fired up on all things Batman, I went on eBay and looking for Batman miniatures, Batman models, a little Batman modeling project, okay? And I stumbled across miniatures for the Batman miniature game, which I was only very, very, very vaguely aware of. And I was scrolling down, looking at them. Oh, yeah, I wouldn't mind a Ra's al Ghul. Oh, that Joker looks all right. Yeah, the Batman, I like his cape on that. Oh, there's a, you know, this, there's a that. And then, bam, they've done the blooming eraser. Here he is. And I'm stunned. And as I scrolled down, I saw more and more. They really were doing some of the most obscure Batman villains that there were. So I had to have this. This is the eraser from this comic. Now, I've decided to do 2 videos, all right? This opening is shared by both my channels, my Mr. E Models channel and my Batman Out the Batcave channel, okay? But in a second, we're going to split and go our separate ways. On this here Mr. E Models channel, I'm going to be charting the making of the eraser. But on this here Out the Batcave channel, I am now going to review the comic and come back with this build. So this is the opener for both video channels, right? Both my modeling one and my Batman one. So in a second, I'm going to stop on my Mystery Model one. I'm going to continue. I'm going to open him, take him out the box, see what he looks like. On my Batman one, I'm going to read and review and rate the comic. And at the end of the Batman channel, I'll come back with him done. So yeah, this is end of the first part for both channels. So I can clearly remember reading this when I was 4 or 5, but of course this isn't my copy. A 5-year-old would not look after a comic. So I bought this many, many years ago. I think in the infancy of eBay, it was one of the very first things I ever bought. So yeah, number 188 from the end of 1966. The TV series is up and running, and boy, its influence is shown in here. So this fantastic Carmine Infantino cover is one of those covers where you have a very striking image that doesn't appear anywhere in the story. He's literally rubbing them out. No, this isn't some metahuman. This isn't some supervillain with superpowers, as you're just about to find out. So, yeah, again, the artwork from 66 inside is not exactly stellar, is it? But yeah, this is a daft, silly story. Hang on, let me put artificial light on, because we're going to get shadows everywhere. That's better. Still got shadows, but that's a bit better. So yeah, Bruce and Dick are out shopping. There's a lady, back in the days when you had real people standing in shop windows advertising things. There's a woman here advertising erasers, and this is the very first mention we get of the eraser. And Bruce is saying about it, that giant eraser reminds him of somebody at college, Lenny Fiasco, who made so many mistakes. He was always rubbing out mistakes with an eraser. And the only time he didn't see Lenny with an eraser was at the Winter Carnival, when Bruce rode past him with the Ice Queen, a girl from the class, and there's Lenny crying. So later on, they get a call from Commissioner Gordon, and the last few weeks, after every crime, there's no clues left whatsoever. They've been erased. It's as if Gangland had discovered a fantastic eraser to rub out every conceivable clue crooks leave behind. Batman gets this thing out of his utility belt. His micro bat lens, not even a footprint is left. And they're very puzzled. Outside, Robin's jealous by all the attention Batman's getting. These ladies are making Batman action figures. Before you had such a term as Batman action figures. And one falls down and almost hits Batman, and he thinks maybe that's somebody sending a message. So up they go up the side of the wall. Reference to the TV show. Shouldn't we have music for this act, as we see exactly the shot from the TV show? Yeah, the place is being robbed, and the girl is lobbing Batman figures out the window to send a message. So in they come. We have a whole page of a TV show inspired fight scene. And they finally find a clue, which is an advert from the eraser. Don't take chances. Let the eraser erase every clue from your crimes. Only 20% of the job before taxes. So Batman decides he's going to write to the box number and say, I need help. I need help with a crime that I'm planning, right? And he's going to be disguised. Now we have again, this is a silly story, and I'm guessing when I was 4 or 5, I didn't find it silly at all. Batman gets ready to put on his disguise, and Robin says, what a scent, no one of the girls fall for you, it makes them dizzy. And Bruce says, I've been using it since my college days. Wonder if that's going to be relevant later on. So this is Bruce's disguise. He's a criminal organ grinder. And so, yeah, here is Bruce, here's Dick. Dick is the monkey. And he goes off to do his robbery. He's already asked the eraser, can you help me out? Erase any clues left behind. And then, bam, along comes the eraser. Here he is. You must be the eraser. Question here is, when did he put this outfit on? out in the car or as he walked down the street like this. He says, a good eraser removes clues as they're being made. Takes his helmet off, and wouldn't you know it, it's Lenny Fiasco. And Lenny knows that this is Bruce Wayne because he can smell the scent. He's remembered that ever since the college years. And we find out that he's holding a grudge against Bruce Wayne because he went on the ice thing with Celia Smith, the Ice Queen. And Bruce is, was that her name? I never even had a date with her except for the ice carnival. That's no reason to turn criminal. Turn yourself in, I'll try to help you. But no, he's not listening to this. He's got razor sharp shoes, which he tries stabbing Bruce with. He's subdued because he's got gas in his shoes as well. He's knocked out and goes to his house, and he's got non-melting ice recreations of the ice carnival. And yeah, they're going to put Bruce in the ice statue of himself, and he's going to freeze to death. But no, oh, got to be careful, come away. Oh dear. Yeah, but he manages to break free. Robin comes along, says we've tracked Bruce Wayne because he's got a radio transmitter in his shoe. Off goes the eraser with his shoes again. We have another, love it. We have another TV show inspired fight. And basically, Lenny Fiasco is locked up. Batman and Robin visit him. They got something for you, Lenny, a brand new eraser. Look at the size of this. By the time you erase all the wrong you've done, Lenny, you'll be out. You can make a new start in life with a clean slate. And Lenny ends, I get the message. It's better to be a rubber than a robber. Oh dear. Very, very silly story, but an awful lot of charm to it. I've got to take away my nostalgic fondness for it and look upon it as a story, and it's very daft, isn't it? I see the eraser has actually come back a couple of times. I think he was resurrected for the Brave and the Bold cartoon series, but he belongs there in '66. What do I give it out of 10? I mean, it's very silly, but we have Batman being Batman, we have Robin being Robin. Well, 5 is average. It's below average, but how far below? All right, 4. Okay, so that's 4 out of 10. And then the other story, as I say, I've got to be careful here. Now these have come out. The 10 best dressed corpses in Gotham City. This is another one of these backup stories which really don't amount to anything. We have the 10 best dressed fellas in Gotham City, and they're being bumped off one by one. Bruce Wayne is number 4. Okay, and the first 3 have been killed. Fourth is Bruce Wayne. When they leave, Batman tells Robin, I didn't tell you this morning, but when I was driving along, the steering wheel came off and he managed to save himself, but holy holocausts goes Robin. The killer must assume that Bruce Wayne is already dead. So they go to the 5th one on the list, a guy by the name of Squire. So they go to see him, and he's like, I'm not bothered by that, and goes off. They follow him, and this whole pointless sequence where they work out that he's rather dodgy, this guy, and he's apprehended. It's all his real estate business was a cover-up. There's been a numbers racket, and he's behind it, all right? And he's put into jail. They've still got another job to do because they can rule him out as the murderer, but the real killer, whoever he is, can hardly know about Dennis being arrested. It's been kept out of the papers. So because they don't know that he's been arrested, the booby trap must be somewhere in the house to kill him. So they investigate the house, and the booby trap is actually in the sauna, in the steam room. Batman goes to rescue him. There's a guy with a gun behind a curtain. You don't see who it is. Little fight. And we find out it's Matt Whitson, the magazine publisher, who is behind it. This is all very Scooby-Doo, who's behind it all. And it turns out this long, wordy explanation is that during the war, he switched sides and was a traitor. Davis, one of the people on the list, found out about it because he was writing a book about the war, decided to blackmail Whitson. Whitson kills him, but then realizes that he was on the list and a couple of other people on the list had already died from, weren't murdered, but they had died. And he decided to just keep the murders going and kill everybody on that list to hide the fact that he had actually killed Whitson for a different reason, make it out to be a serial killer. And that's it. And that is just not a good story. That's going to have to be another one. We've got 2 ones on the list now. So that's it. It's a shame that that middle pages have come away. I've got to put it back in the mylar. And I'll finish by how I started. This is the eraser done. Here he is. It's a shame he hasn't got the pointy shoes as on the cover and inside, but he was a lot of fun to do. Really fun to actually paint in the Batman TV series and Batman 66 comics. The bright green for the pixie boots, the bright blue for Batman, the quite unrealistic flesh tones for Robin's legs, and then, yeah, that suit, like so. Strange pose, though. I wish he wasn't looking down so much. It would be nice. I don't think you could have done it, but if they could have recreated that cover a bit more accurately. But this is a really nice little miniature, and it's given me a taste to do some more. And I have got another one, which I'll be featuring over on my Mystery Models page. I might show this when done here on this channel, but yeah, this is my next one. Okay, folks, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.